So what was your reaction when you saw your dad? What your dad said?
I didn't even see it. Ali just told me about it right now. Like I said, he's gonna speak his mind. He's not gonna change.
Do you think Luke's lost the locker room?
I don't think so. I mean, he's our head coach. He's gonna play for him.
Have you ever had a conversation like that with your dad that would lead him to think that there's a problem?
I mean, I haven't talked to him since he's been in Lithuania, so called him when he landed. That's about it.
This is kind of consistent with some of the things your dad said early on, kind of about how you need to be coached. Is this something that you've ever heard from him before, that he feels like Luke should not be the coach of the Lakers or should not be your coach going forward?
I mean, that's just his opinion. You know, he's coached me my whole life, so he's definitely gonna have a strong opinion about it. That's just what it is.
How do your teammates react when he makes comments like that?
We all come here with the same goal, you know, to win. You know, win is one, lose is one. So we don't let it affect us.
Do they talk to you about the things your dad says? I mean, do you hear about it from them?
Nope. Like I said, he's gonna speak his mind. You know, whatever he believes in, he's gonna say.
Lonzo, Luke just said it doesn't bother him as long as it doesn't affect you or bother you. When he does some stuff like, you're used to this your whole life, but something like this, does it ever bother you?
I go out there and just play.
Are you fine with Luke being your coach? I mean, do you like him as a coach?
I play for anybody.
Is there any point where you feel like you should have a conversation with your dad to tone it down, or has that conversation ever happened between you and him?
He's a grown man. Like I said, he's gonna say what he wants to say. I can't do nothing about it.
You say play with anybody. Does that? But I mean, there's still preferences, you know, like or dislike. I mean, are you happy?
My job is to play basketball. I don't decide who the coach is.
When your dad says things criticizing Luke, do you ever feel the need to talk to Luke about it?
I mean, Luke can come up to me and ask, you know, whatever's on his mind, but he knows I'm ready to play. You know, that's all I do is play.
So you guys don't typically have conversations about this?
He came up to me one time, made sure I was cool, but I told him it doesn't bother me at all.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. But are you at all, like, are they cluing you in when they're saying, like, we're going to go talk to him, or is that just them trying to have your back?
Yeah, I mean, I know they have my back. Whatever those meetings are, I'm not concerned with those. You know, it's my concerns are coaching our team and prepping for games and working with, you know, what gives us the best chance of winning. So, you know, I know our front office and organization has my back, and they'll do whatever they have to do on their end of it. But, you know, I'm not spending my time trying to figure out what they're all doing about it. I just know that they'll take care of it.
Luke, does it bother you that he comes out and says stuff like that? I mean,
It does. I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. You know, my only concern with any of it is for Zoe. As long as Zoe is fine with it, and Zoe can come in and play and be, you know, and it doesn't affect mine and his relationship, then it doesn't bother me at all.
Do you worry about it ever disrupting just kind of what you're trying to build and kind of the cohesion that you have in the locker room and with this team?
I mean, it's not ideal, obviously, but it is, you know, the group is always, you know, we have each other, and that's it. You know, when we're in there and we're trying to fight off this losing streak, and we're, you know, we're winning games or we're losing games or people are hurt, there's always going to be outside stuff going on, and we have to be able to count on each other. That's what being a team is about. So it should not impact what we're trying to do in the message we're trying to get delivered in our locker room.
How was practice today?
It was all right. We all defense, a little bit of shooting at the end, free throws at the end, but the heart of practice is all. We gotta get our defensive mindset back, our mentality. Watching the film last night, we had, you know, there was effort out there, but it just, we had too many breakdowns from coverages to three guys going really hard and one guy missing an assignment, which would lead to either an offensive rebound or a wide open three. So the mindset is defense right now.
Is the concept of team defense, it seems like it's pretty hard for young players. Is it just because there's so many moving parts and there's just a lot going on for them?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. And, you know, in the NBA, there's obviously a lot of really good players. So sometimes you play great defense and they still score the ball. And we have guys that are playing multiple positions and switching a lot, so you have to know how coverages change when you're at different positions. But the thing that we have to get back to is all five guys doing it. It's the only way it works is if all five guys are on the same page and communicating and giving the same effort.
Luke, you've spoken so glowingly about what Bogut did for you guys defensively, and especially being able to teach these guys. How hard is it to see him go out the door?
We're gonna miss him. Obviously, he was the ultimate professional all season with us. Up to date, and great with the young guys. Never complained. Came in, worked every single day. So we'll definitely miss him around here in the facility, talking, just kind of leading in the way he leads. But hopefully, and I'm sure other teams out there that know what he's capable of, he'll end up in a good situation for himself.
Luke, what was your reaction when you found out that Bogut wasn't going to be around anymore?
Well, I was, I have a personal relationship with Andrew outside of just of the coaching player from our time together up north. So it was it was hard, but it's whether someone gets traded or released, it's always hard. Like we come in here every day, and we try to be as much of a family type of atmosphere as we can. That means you care about the people that you work with. So whenever it's whether it's being released or traded or anything else, it's always hard when you lose someone that you care for.
What was the reasoning that you were like? What was the reasoning for that move that you understand?
Well, there's 10 days starting up. There's a lot of different things that go into that type of decision. So it was the decision being made is what the organization feels is where we need to do, and so we keep obviously we will miss him around here and hope for the best, but that's kind of the nature, the business side of playing professional sport.
When you went back and looked at the tape last night, Brandon seemed a lot more active than he's been recently. What did you see on the tape that stood out for why he was able to be kind of more impactful?
I think he really was playing. He was just playing basketball. Like he wasn't trying to score. He wasn't trying to play make. He was just trying to compete and win and play whatever the defense gave him. And I think he maybe once or twice kind of forced up a shot or tried to get over penetration. But for the most part, it was he was collapsing their defense and he was passing it when he did that. And when he was able to get angles, he was finishing at the rim. He was flying around on defense, trying to make plays and stops. What the difference was, part of it was having Zoe back. Brandon, when they play together, Brandon gets out and runs, that ball's on his hands every time. And then in the semi-transition, he's tough to keep in front of you. And then he starts to build a rhythm, and he starts kind of feeling the game out a little better. So, obviously most of the credit goes to Brandon and being ready and the prep work that goes into it. But it's also one of the side effects of having Zoe back on the court.
Earlier during the preseason, you said that players were reacting to some of the defensive drills you were doing, saying they were like high school drills again. Then today, Ingram said that you kind of went back to the fundamentals defensively as well. Did you guys go back to kind of what you were doing in training camp? Like how back to the beginning did you go?
Well, we went back to our basics. In training camp, we got fresh bodies, and you can really get after all of it. But the day the practice schedule was built around getting back to basics of defense.
How's Larry doing?
He's got the flu. He came in and tried to sit in the film room and watch film, and we kicked him out.
so that he wouldn't infect the rest of us. But hopefully he feels better. Hopefully it's just a little bug. But he looked pretty sick today.
Okay. And then we talked to Suvat, and he said that you guys told him that to work on his three-point shot and switching in defense. I mean, how have you seen him improve in those areas, and what's the communication with him right now?
He's getting better in those areas. We want him to be able to space the floor for us. Hopefully that's not all he heard, because we also told him we need him to be a dynamic roller to the rim.
Yeah, he mentioned that along those things, yeah.
Selective hearing.
Threes.
That's all. Yeah.
We talked about
but no, he's great. I told him today, I was watching him from up in the office. He was out here working out, and he's, the way that he was going through his pre-practice workout has even gotten a lot better. It's more game speed. It's running in, even though they're fake screen and rolls, they're running into screens, and it's attacking the rim. And he, worked himself up in a full sweat in this pre-practice workout, and that's part of growing up. It's part of maturing and understanding what it's really like to be a professional. Even though he's been out of the rotation, developing that type of work habit, as opposed to just coming out here and getting up 100, half-speed shots. So I'm real happy with the way that he's working, and his game is getting better.
Without Bogut, do you feel the need to go up to him or Thomas Bryant and kind of let him know that their role might change and kind of explain it or go in depth, or is it something that's just self-explanatory?
No, I try to stay in constant communication with everyone, and their role is to be ready if they get called upon. Right now, Thomas is still with the G League team, and he's playing great. He's getting a lot of great experience, and Zoo needs to be ready for when his opportunity comes. Right now it's still Brooke, Julius, and Larry, ahead of him. But foul trouble, we're not playing hard. Like his time will come, and he needs to be ready. And he's done a really nice job, I think, of accepting that and continuing to get himself